Hello, Jeff Big Daddy Wayne here, and thank you for checking out my channel, Big Daddy Knows, and Big Daddy Does Know. I want to share today one of my early stories from Hollywood, another heartbreaking tale of how my career was sabotaged by a major Hollywood star, which I never wanted to happen, someone I admired and loved. It started innocently enough on a beach in Malibu. I'd first come to Los Angeles from the hills of Kentucky. Like any wild hillbilly, I was looking forward to the sun and the sand. And I was living in the back of a car off of Pico Boulevard with this wonderful Mexican family that would feed me every day. They understood my dream of becoming a star. We didn't speak the same language, but they knew. Because when you know, you know, you knew, you know. But every day I would just drive out. I'd go to Malibu Beach and just walk along the beach and pray and feel the sun on me and realize there's something in the universe working in my favor. And one day, I met this beautiful, attractive lady who was just gorgeous. We just sat down and talked and chatted. It was so beautiful and natural. And the next day I went there and she was there again. The third day was big hellos and what have you. And then I realized it was Barbra Streisand. I had met Barbra Streisand. And we were just people. It wasn't like she was a big star and I was some stupid redneck. We were just people. It was Barbra and Jeff. So as we slowly became to know each other and we started holding hands on the beach and just watching the surf come in, she told me she was in the dilemma of her career. She wanted to move forward as a director and as an actress. And she was under pressure to redo A Star is Born, that famous movie that had been made twice before, both of them famous films, the one in 1938 with Frederick March and Janet Gaynor, and of course the one in 1955 with Judy Garland and James Mason and Jack Carson and Charles Bickford. But she said they wanted her to direct. I think she wanted to direct. They didn't care if she directed or not. And she wanted Elvis Presley for the role, which I told her I don't think Elvis would go with it for it. You know, he was too big and too fat. His mind was gone. Elvis was a very talented and wonderful guy, but by that point in his career, he had just become unglued. It was wrong. Also, the fact that his career was sort of fading as hers was accelerating, so it was too close to the original material. And that's when the real bond started between me and Barbra. When she realized that out of my just regular guy brain, I gave her the clue to why Elvis Presley wasn't going to want to do this film. She was somewhat attracted to the story because, of course, the part for Judy Garland was amazing, as it would be for Barbra Streisand. Now, Barbra, one day, we kept meeting every day like this. It was so beautiful. Just holding hands, talking. So Barbra said, I'm not sure if I should do this, Jeff. Can you think of an idea, any kind of idea that would accelerate my career? I went home to the car. I talked with the Mexican family. Again, they didn't speak English, but that's okay. It's just, you just talk and you vent and it gets things out. They were talking about things also. I don't know what it meant, but somehow we spiritually connected. I prayed about it, thought about it. The next day I met her. I said, Barbra, I think I got the key to you. I think what you should do is make a movie called The Jimmy Durante Story. Now, Jimmy Durante was a very famous comedian from the 30s, 40s, and 50s. He was famous for his long nose, this big, huge nose. He was called the Schnozzola. He wasn't a very attractive man, but people loved him, and he had a heartfelt story. He was a poor Italian boy from New York City that had climbed the ladder of success. He had several hit songs, Ink-a-dink-a-doo, a-dink-a-dee-a-dink-a-doo, oh, what a tune for crooning. And I told Barbra, let's put that big nose of yours to use. And she's a little cross-eyed, and he was a little cross-eyed. And I said, you do the Jimmy Durante story. Suddenly people that remember Jimmy will, they'll feel touched by this. You can do Italian, you're Jewish. You can redo his songs. Because Barbra had redone a few songs, by people. And some she made like old standards. Happy days are here again. And she slowed it down and made it a hit. Happy days are here again. By the way, I always heard that the guy that wrote the song Happy Days Are Here Again committed suicide. But that's, I digress. Anyway. I told her to do the Jimmy Durante story because she had the nose, the crossed eyes. She could have her head shaved. She could play a man. She could play a man. Now look at what I'm giving her here. The big nose, the crossed eyes, playing a man, are all coming to her favor. I said, this is the story you should do instead of A Star is Born. I never met Barbra again. I went to the beach many times. I walked up and down the beach. Sometimes I would just stand alone as the sun was setting. Barbra! Barbra! Babs! I would hear gulls. I think that's a crow. Maybe there was a crow there, I don't know. Anyway, I never asked for anything. I didn't need anything. So here's what happened. She made the film A Star is Born, but with Chris Christopherson, a very talented man, but no Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley on his worst day was more than Chris Christopherson on 10 of his good days. But then all of a sudden something happened. She did a film called Yentl, where she played a man. She played a man. And I'm thinking, she's stealing my idea. Then I seen this movie called Nuts. Did you ever see the poster for Nuts? It accentuates her crossed eyes and her large nose. She looks like she's nuts on the poster of Nuts. And I was just like, she stole all this from me. But I don't ask for nothing. I just enjoy the exchange we had as human beings and just people. You know, a Jew from Brooklyn, a redneck from Kentucky. I enjoy that exchange. Maybe through YouTube, I can convey this to Barbra. You did Yentl, where you look like a young man. Now you should do a movie called Yenta, where you could play an old Jewish matchmaker. Even though you still look good, Barbra, and your legs are exciting, and you did like Meryl Streep's speech at the Golden Globes, which you could have given yourself, because we know what your politics are, and that doesn't bother me, Barbra, because you're Barbra Streisand. You're an incredible talent. And if you want to meet on the beach again, all you have to do is walk down that sandy beach, because I'm there every day. Me and the gulls. You know why, Barbra? Me and you connected. And you know why, Barbra? People who need people. We're the luckiest people in the world. And if you subscribe to Big Daddy Knows, Barbra, you and the 6 other people watching this, I'll eventually become a star. Big Daddy saying bye.